Welcome to Cltch, the ultimate ball python management platform. Today I'm going to show you how to perform a bulk upload so you can add multiple reptiles to your collection all at once. From any page where the Add New button is present, click there and then click Bulk Upload. So the first thing we're going to need to do is open up the Google Sheets template for the bulk upload. So I'll click Open Template, and you can see that there are several columns here and a few rows. These are example animals just to give you an idea of what a filled in row might look like. And there's also instructions here, so we can see that all of these columns in red are the required fields and everything else is optional. We're not going to work directly from this page. We're going to actually make a copy of this. So we'll go to File, Make a Copy, and you can name this whatever you want to name it. It doesn't really matter. And this will open up a new version of that same template that now you can edit and start to fill with your own animals. Before we do that, let's take a look at what these columns are and what kind of values we can use to complete the spreadsheet. The first one that's required is going to be animal ID. You can't have two animals with the same ID, so just be sure that they're actually unique for each animal. You're also going to need to input the sex of the animal, and then you're going to need to input the morphs. And we actually do have some little tooltip helpers here. So if you're confused about how to fill out these fields, you can hover over this and it'll give you more information about what is acceptable. Lastly, we have date of birth. It's the last required field, and you can input that as a year, as a month and a year, or as a month, a day, and a year. Next, we have nickname, which this is going to override the morph title in the system. So if you have a specific name that you want to call your animal that's different from the morphs, then you can list that here. We have a Cltch ID. So if you have multiple animals in your collection that are all from the same Cltch, if you give them the same Cltch ID, then after you upload your collection, you'll be able to use the Action Center to link those animals together and create a Cltch in the system so that you can have all of your lineage records properly displayed. Price is pretty self-explanatory here. And then status, simply a list of different statuses you can choose from to assign to your animals so that you can keep them more organized. Public description, this will show up anywhere that you have the animal displayed publicly, whether it's on a breeder page or a shared view or just a link to that public reptile record that you've shared. Private notes do not show publicly, so this is anything that you want to keep on record about the animal but don't want to share with anyone else. The origin, so what the animal was produced by, whether it was self-produced, breeder purchased, captive hatched, wild caught. Once again, we have a drop down here, so you'll just select between those values. If you select breeder, if you know the breeder name, you can put that breeder name here, and that will add that to the record. And the last two are going to be the prey type and the feeding method. So once again, we have a drop down here you can select from, and a drop down as well. After you have input all of your information, you're going to want to make sure that you delete these instructions. Select them and click Delete Rows. So once you've completed this spreadsheet, what you're going to do is click File, Download, and then Save as an Excel spreadsheet. And then we can move on to actually upload this into Cltch. Now we're back at the bulk upload page. We're going to drag that file that we just downloaded into this little box here. It should be successfully uploaded. If there are any formatting issues with your spreadsheet, like your column headings got messed up somehow or anything like that, you'll see an error here and it'll tell you what you need to fix. But we don't have any errors at this point, so we're gonna move on forward. And this is just warning us, if you have duplicate IDs in your system, it's going to override them. So just make sure that you are aware of that in your spreadsheet. And now we're at the error handling page. So what's nice about Cltch is if there are errors in any of the required fields, reptile ID, the morphs, the sex, and the date of birth, you can actually fix them right here on the screen and not have to go back to your spreadsheet. So you can see here that I had a typo, forgot the I in pinstripe. So it's identified that it doesn't recognize this morph. So I can click here and it's actually suggesting to me, oh, did you mean pinstripe? So I can say, yes, I did. And this will fix anytime that this was present in my spreadsheet, it'll change it to pinstripe. Or if for whatever reason this suggestion is not correct, you can actually click no and select a different morph to match what it really should be. But in this case, this is correct, so we'll correct this. And then in this field, I was missing the sex, so I can assign that sex here. And now you'll see all of my rows. On this page, just look through and make sure that everything looks correct. If you notice any errors that the system didn't pick up, you are able to actually click on the morphs and change them. You can click into any of these fields and edit them here just to make it easier so you don't have to go back and fix something on the spreadsheet. But assuming that all of this looks good, you can click next. And now you're gonna see a preview of how these animals will import into Cltch. Once again, you can just briefly skim over this, make sure everything looks good, and then click import. After you click import, when the reptiles are fully loaded, you'll receive a notification and you can head over to your reptiles page where you can bask in the beauty of all the amazing snakes that you just added to your collection. I hope that was helpful. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this, and head over to cltch.io for a free 30-day trial.